Mila Kunis was a 14-year-old ninth grader when she landed her first regular acting gig by fibbing a bit about her age. She would go on to star for 8 seasons on That 70s Show across from her future husband, Ashton Klutcher. Since then, the versatile actress has played roles ranging from Meg Griffin on Family Guy to a ballerina with a dark side in the film Black Swan, for which she earned a Golden Globe nomination. Now, the 39-year-old, who was named to this year's Time 100 list of most influential people, leads the intense Netflix movie Luckiest Girl Alive. Mila and I got together in New York this week for a Sunday Sitdown. After more than 2 years at home with her family, Mila Kunis is venturing back into the world, though still clinging to some pandemic holdovers.
I'm still in the habit of Instacarting. I'm actively trying to break. It's like going back into the grocery store. So there's a part of me that like loves this mask thing. The way we did a massive road trip over the summer, and the only reason we could have done it the way that we did it was because my husband and I were able to just wear masks when we went to like all the national park monuments and things.
You loaded up the RV?
Yes.
Got the kids going?
For 3 weeks. I don't know if we could have done it without a mask. It was great.
Kunis is unmasked and back at work for her latest movie, the dark Netflix drama Luckiest Girl Alive.
Mr. Larson, it's me, Tiffany.
The film is based on the 2015 New York Times bestseller by Jessica Knoll, who also adapted it for the screen.
Had you read the book? Were you aware of the story?
So it was sent to me as a script. The title seemed familiar. I realized that I'd read it 5-6 years prior. I just didn't remember reading it. And then I went, oh, I don't remember what the twists are. I knew that there were twists and things. And I was like, ooh, this will be a really fun read. And I remembered what I loved about it, which is all going back to Jessica Knoll. I think the tone of it was different than all the other movies that I've seen when it came to, like, the mystery.
The mystery lies in Kunis's character, Ani Finelli, a woman whose extreme, unresolved teenage trauma rushes back to the surface.
She is a young woman living in New York City who's living the perfect Instagram life. So she's putting forward all of the things that she thinks that people want to hear and want to see, as probably most people can relate to. And so that's like a little bit of the fun cat and mouse game that she plays within herself, like which one of these is the real me. But I think it's a fun character to try to anticipate, which is what I think we were trying to do with the ending. Because we changed the ending from the book to the movie.
Nobody believed me back then because I was a wet seal wearing gutter wrap.
There's a lot of trauma in her past that she has to confront, that sort of defines her life and defines her future relationships. Do you like playing a character who's got all that depth?
Yeah. Do I give you a real answer? I give you the answer that I think people want to hear.
Yeah, give me the real one.
The real one is no. Like, it's all fun. Like, I really genuinely look at acting as play pretend. The other answer I can give you is, yes, this was really hard for me, and it was emotionally draining, and I'm such a great actor. I can go on with the answer that I think I'm supposed to give, but the truth is, I love to play pretend. There's a part of you that, at the end of the day, is exhausted. But that being said, I can separate the two pretty well. So as hard as it is, I'm not in a ditch, I'm not in a mine, I'm okay. Like, it's not that hard.
Born in the former Soviet Union, in modern-day Ukraine, Kunis and her family moved to the United States with just $250 when she was 7 years old, eventually settling in Los Angeles. Following Russia's invasion of Ukraine this year, Kunis and Kutcher rallied to raise more than $30 million for refugees from her home country.
Our collective effort will provide a softer landing for so many people as they forge ahead into their future of uncertainty.
This war hits, and I was like, I am not Russian. I am from Ukraine. I have more pride now than I ever have about being from Ukraine.
As a young girl suddenly moved halfway around the world, Kunis learned English by watching American TV and taking acting classes, which led to roles in commercials and on television.
Feel that heat? Don't get out of here, we're gonna fry.
I played 2 different characters on Baywatch.
Wow, and they're just hoping nobody noticed?
No one noticed. It was television 27 years ago, yeah.
Audiences started to notice Kunis when she landed the role of Jackie Burkhart on the Fox hit That 70s Show.
You are a dog, Michael, a dirty, dirty dog!
It was there she met Kutcher, though the friends and co-stars did not date until more than a decade later, marrying in 2015. In 2018, I asked Kunis about acting with Kutcher again.
Probably not gonna happen. No, it's weird.
But after some recent spousal negotiations,
Do you really mean it?
the pair decided to reprise their roles for an episode of the upcoming series, That 90s Show.
Any hesitation or like, let's go do it?
Honestly, there was a little hesitation.
There was?
From one of us. I will not say which one. We're going to do one scene. We're going to do together. We're, spoiler alert, play a married couple in it. I've never been more nervous in my life.
Really?
Than the day that we had to shoot that scene.
Now, why?
Oh my God, because it's my husband. It was so weird to look at him and not be like, why are you doing that funny face? Or for him not to look at me and be like, why are you acting so? Like, there's a part of you that after being, you can call BS on someone.
Yeah.
It's trippy because we were in the same house, like the stage, and it takes place in the same basement. But we're old and married and have children. And I was like, oh my God. It was like being in Twilight Zone. It was very, very weird. Oh, thank you. What a gentleman.
I don't know whether I need to do a shot after this or kiss my wife.
Ashton's training for the New York City Marathon. Having done this last year, I know that it puts some strain on the partner in the relationship.
Thank you for understanding. Thank you for feeling my feelings with me. But okay, all jokes aside, it's been actually really great.
Yeah.
Lots of things with the running that I learned. Nipples.
Oh, the chafing.
Yeah. So my husband, okay, I have an almost 6-year-old and an almost 8-year-old. My husband goes to me after like 3 months of training or 2, whatever it is, and goes, hey, babe, do you get any of that nipple cream from when you used to nurse? And I was like, used to nurse? I was like, we have big children. He goes, but do you have like any like nipple cream? And I went, no, I don't have random nipple cream laying around the house.
Yeah, I kept it in case of an emergency.
You never know when my nipples will chafe.
And you'll be there cheering him along?
Yes.
And then maybe you'll run a marathon.
No.
Never.
Never.
Okay.
No.
Shut that down.
Like, don't
real quick.
chase me, because the likelihood of me running is slim to none. Like, I will be like, I'm sorry, you have me. Like, you win.
Mila's new movie, Luckiest Girl Alive, begins streaming on Netflix this Friday, October 7th. Our big thanks to Le Jardinier New York, a restaurant from the Bastion collection, for hosting our conversation. Don't forget to subscribe to the Sunday Sitdown podcast to hear the full interview with Mila Kunis. You can find that on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get yours.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.